Welcome again, everyone, and thank you for joining us on our second virtual event under the electric vehicle community with El Paso Electric. As I mentioned before, my name is Javier Camacho, and I am happy to be part of the El Paso Electric team, and even more ecstatic to be welcoming all of you to this awesome event. This is something that we have been wanting to put together for quite some time now because we have some great and exciting news to share with you. If you have joined us before, you may recall that our last event, it was announcing the electric vehicle community. If you've received our newsletter so far, hopefully you found them useful. Hopefully you've shared them with other people that may be new to electric vehicles or may want to know more. Or if this is your first time joining us, welcome. And this will definitely be the first of many. Like I said, we have such great, exciting news to share with you today. And if electric vehicles are something that's brand new to you, join the club, because I know that it's a trend that is definitely gaining momentum, and we definitely want to be part of that conversation. So with that, I just wanted to quickly go through some logistics. Of course, we're in the world of virtual meetings and events, and we want to make sure that everyone has a pleasant experience. So with that, I will ask if you could ensure that your mute button is active at all times, unless, of course, you are one of our guest speakers for today's event. I know background noise can definitely sneak in every now and then, and I will do my best to ensure that I help you out with that mute button. Of course, if you have questions for our guest speakers about our programs that we're talking about today, or any other EV question, please definitely share in our chat box. Hopefully you'll find it on your screen, whether you're on your mobile phone or on a desktop, laptop. Definitely type in your question and send it to us. We did receive some questions ahead of today's event, and we'll be using those questions to fill our Q&A session towards the end of today's event. All the questions that we receive in today's chat box, we will definitely be putting them up on our website, where we will post this event for anyone who missed it. So definitely stay tuned. And if you want to learn more and receive information on our electric vehicle community, or Eevee Community for short, go to our website. Just go to epelectric.com/EV, where many of you probably went to register for this event, where you can actually get tapped into a lot of this information and, of course, find answers to the questions that you share. So we are definitely very excited to have you all here today. We made an announcement about a month ago regarding one partnership, and we actually made another announcement just this morning regarding a whole new partnership. And so a lot of that will be featuring in today's virtual event. I wanted to just quickly also just check to see if we could have Grisel, who is on our renewable and emergent technologies team with El Paso Electric. Grisel, if you are on, I would like to see if you can unmute yourself, so that way you could just offer our attendees and our entire audience here a welcome and a little bit of insight into what we're doing here at the company. So Grisel, if you want to go ahead and take it away.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Ed. I'm Grisel Arispe. I'm the supervisor of the Emerging Technologies and Innovations Department at El Paso Electric. And of course, we want to thank all of you for virtually coming to our event. This is a very special day for us because 2 years ago, we started with this idea about building a partnership in our community to help our customers improve the environment and ultimately our entire community. So it we're so excited and proud to announce this partnership is becoming a reality. And not only we're creating new options for our customers, but also we having these new partners, Casa Nissan and Rudolph Chevrolet, joining us in this adventure. So I can go on and on, how great this is. And but I need to get to the point. So I would like to introduce Angie Rodriguez, who is a key member of our team, and with her dedication and passion for electric vehicles, helping us make this possible. So Angie, take it away.
Hey, Christelle, before she takes it, before you get into the meat, I just want to jump in a minute because I want to welcome everybody in the community too. I think on a personal note, a lot of you can see my car behind me. I've driven an electric car for years. I even drove one in Jamaica, which didn't have a lot of charging stations. So I am really, really a fan, and I want to make sure that I too get to welcome this really great community to our event today. There's lots of reasons I love an electric car. The first one is truly, it's a lot of fun to drive. I don't have to do maintenance. I don't change oil. And literally, I have had this car now for almost 3 years, and I have never seen anybody since I dropped it off. Last time I had Joe, I think, remind me that I have to rotate the tires. But literally, it's fun to drive. It's maintenance free, and I love it. The other thing we all know that if used right, it helps the environment. And one thing that I have loved is being able to communicate that we have a lot of focus on power, but right now power does impact the environment about 30%, but so does transportation. So it's a way to help. But in addition to that, something that's not as obvious is that we build that grid up there, right? We build the grid and we build power plants, and sometimes we build it to our peak, which means it's not being used a lot of the time. With electric cars, if we charge when it's low usage, like at night, we're taking advantage of the grid and that asset that our customers have already paid for. So that's a personal note. And I'm excited what our company's doing, hosting events like this. A lot of education, I think, is required to really move this forward. I remember someone asking me, how do you charge your car at your house if you don't have a charger? I go, I just plug it in the plug. I think there is a lot of confusion about that. We're working really hard now to transform our fleet to electric, and you can see more about that on our website. And we're working with people to see how we can help you save money. So stay tuned. And I didn't want to steal your thunder, Angie, but I just want to jump on before we got too far down the road to say we have a great website. Please look at it. We want to create community around this important initiative. I was on the phone yesterday with all the CEOs from all the utilities, and there's such excitement and energy around this. I just got off the phone with the PRC in New Mexico. So much interest about how do we do charging and how do we make it happen more quickly. Talk to the PUCT in Texas, same idea. So I think this is something that we all can rally around. So much to bicker about, but I think this is one I think we all can agree on. So thank you for letting me jump in there, Angie, and thank you all for joining. Again, I hope you can feel my excitement. Look on our website, so much information, and we think other people will be joining in, as time goes on, to offer rebates and savings. So stay tuned. Now, Angie, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Grisela. As you all know, Kelly is our Chief Executive Officer, and you can see she's very passionate about electrification, as all of us. My name is Angie Rodriguez, and I'm in charge of transportation electrification efforts here at the company, which includes customer education and outreach efforts, such as the one we have right now. And as Kelly mentioned, we really believe in electrification, and there are so many benefits of changing your vehicle to electric. I'm an EV owner myself, and it's been a great experience. I love the convenience of charging at home, like Kelly mentioned, and great performance, that it's helping the environment. I'm a finance person, so I love saving on maintenance and fuel. So it is much cheaper to charge it with electricity than gasoline. So we're very excited to see all of you here. We have some exciting news to share about our new partnerships. And I'll pass it over to Javier to introduce our speakers today. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone, and Grisel, Angie on our Emerging Technologies team, and of course, Kelly, who already, as you can see, she already has that Eevee in the background. So we're going to give each other competition, Kelly. I have 3 behind me. You have 1, but mine's animated. So I think yours wins because you actually get to drive it.
Yes, mine's actually in the garage downstairs. So I think that trumps you, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
And I want to point out, I drove it to the desert. Everyone was like, you can't take that car in the desert. You can't not take that in bad weather. You can take this car in the desert and you can take it in bad weather. So just want to get that out there. Back to you.
Yeah. And you know what? I think another misnomer is always about, can an EV withstand cold weather? And I know you're coming to us from the Northwest, Chicago area.
Chicago, the windy, cold city. Yeah.
So it's proven its worth, and that's what we're here to talk more about today, is about how EVs honestly are either a great competitor or even better than what we have known for the past decades, really transforming the energy landscape one car at a time. So we have a great list of speakers today to talk about all these awesome partnerships with El Paso Electric. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to our very first speaker, which is Ronnie Lowenfield, which is one of the partner owners of Casa Nissan, whom we know very well here in the Southwest. Ronnie, I'll go ahead and pass it over to you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for the opportunity to get in front of you all. Yeah, we believe that electric vehicles are the future, not only of the nation or the state, but of El Paso. And I know a lot of people say, oh, El Paso is kind of slow to change and this and that's not going to happen for a while. Well, I think it's going to happen a lot faster than we anticipate. And this is one, because I think as we get more information and as consumers are more informed, they realize the benefits of an electric vehicle. But 2, we're also going to have pressure from the manufacturer level. And so there's a lot of great programs out there right now, and they're going to continue to ramp up. I know one manufacturer by 2025 wants to sell only electric vehicles, another by 2030, and 2 brands that we represent investing billions of dollars in the next couple of years in electrification. And so EV is the way of the future, and why I'm personally most interested in this partnership, and thank you all so much for the opportunity, is because we exist to improve the well-being of our community in whatever way we can. And so that can be through servicing a car or selling a car or employing hundreds of people or whatever, but this is a win-win. I mean, this is helping El Paso become more green. It's helping out my kids, my grandkids. It's improving the future climate of El Paso and of the globe, and that's very important for us. Zero emission vehicles like the Nissan Leaf have environmental benefits and help keep our air clean, but most people think they're too expensive. With the Nissan discounts, federal tax credits, and fuel cost savings, this is a technology that can also save drivers money. EV technology makes sense for the future and for right now. So Casa Nissan is very proud to be an exclusive Nissan EV dealer in El Paso with El Paso Electric. And thank you all again for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. We really appreciate your time, and I love everything that you had to say. I just have to say, you're probably one of the youngest grandfathers I have ever seen. So, but again, thank you so much to you, your brothers, your entire team over at Casa. They've been really great to work with, and we really appreciate it. And they're going to go more into the partnership that we've established with El Paso Electric. But that was the very first announcement we made a month ago that really got our GoEV savings program started, and we're off to a great start, and we're keeping it going because we've established a whole new partnership with Rudolph Chevrolet. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Ms. Debbie Bowden, who can speak more about this partnership and introduce her team. Debbie?
Hi, I'm Debbie Bowden. I'm the General Sales Manager here at Rudolph Chevrolet. And in case you don't know, Rudolph Chevrolet's been in business since 1960. We're a family-owned and operated company. We're so excited about all of GM's new products. GM is planning on having over 30 products that are EV by the year 2025, and by the year 2035, everything will be EV. So this is a natural for us to be partners with El Paso Electric. I think it's great what you all are doing as a company to involve our whole community, and we appreciate the opportunity to be involved with this. So thank you so much, and welcome to everybody on the call today.
All right. Thank you so much, Debbie. That's really great. And we're just so excited. Like I said, we actually announced this whole new partnership today with Rudolph Chevrolet, and so we're extremely excited. We have already gone through our guest speakers, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth about these new partnerships. But before we actually do that, for anyone who's asking themselves, well, how does El Paso Electric manage to offer us customers these discounts and these incentives? It's really because of this program that we've established called GoEV Savings Program. And it's a whole new program, and it's about a month old. And I'm going to actually pass it over to Angie, who is going to walk you through a little bit more about this program and how you can take advantage of it sooner than better than later. So Angie, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to you, and I'll go ahead and share a presentation.
Thank you, Javier, and welcome everyone again who just recently joined us. We're very excited to talk to you about all the incentives that are out there for people that are thinking about purchasing an EV or a plug-in hybrid, and we'll talk about our exciting new partnerships with Nissan and GM as well. Javier, could you please share our presentation? All right, great. So yeah, today we're going to talk about all the incentives that are available to you out there for those of you that are still thinking about, whether or not to convert to EV. So if you could change to the next slide, Javier. All right. As many of you probably know, there are a lot of federal tax credits available out there for purchases of electric vehicles and even plug-in hybrid vehicles. Now, I'm not a tax expert, but please check with your tax preparer if you qualify for those. But they typically range between $2,500 to $7,500, depending on the automaker and the battery size. So if you're interested in learning more about these incentives, you can visit our website and see what's available out there and which automakers still qualify for these. In addition to incentives on the purchases of electric vehicles, there are some incentives for charging infrastructure available. The current incentive that is offered by federal government is called Alternative Fuel Infrastructure Tax Credit, and it basically offers you about 30% of your cost to be recovered through a federal tax credit, up to $1,000 on residential charging equipment, and it's more on the commercial equipment. So please check out these federal incentives. They're out there. You can find more information on our website. In addition to those, sometimes state of Texas and New Mexico has incentives. Currently, they don't offer anything, but they may renew them later this year. So please keep an eye on those as well. As far as El Paso Electric incentives, we have 3 going on right now. One of them is our new GoEV Savings Program, our EV rate that we have in Texas, and our Eevee Community. So let's talk briefly about each of these. Javier, the next slide, please. All right, so as you'll know, we're very excited to introduce to you our newest GoEV Savings Program, which was created as a result of collaboration between our utility automakers such as Nissan and GM Chevrolet and local dealerships. So here you can see how it works. The automaker offers a discount on the electric vehicle to our customers. And our role is to provide customer education, outreach, and marketing of those incentives to make sure our customers are aware of them, as we're doing right now during this event. And local dealerships that are certified to sell those electric vehicles, they are in charge of honoring the discount from the automaker. They also make sure they have inventory of electric vehicles. So when you come in, they have something for you to test drive and take home. And they have sales staff that can help you answer any questions about electric vehicles, and they have mechanics that can maintain those cars as well. So as you can see, this is a collaboration between an electric utility, automaker, and dealership. And we're excited to talk about two partnerships that we have so far as a part of this program. Javier? So you might be wondering, what are the benefits of this type of initiative? Well, one of the benefits is that more customers will be able to buy an electric vehicle. We hope we can reduce local emissions and keep the dollars in the local economy. If you save money on buying a car, hopefully you can use them in a local restaurant and keep money locally here. Next slide, please. So here's our two partnerships that we have today as a part of this GoEV savings program. As we mentioned, our partnership started with Nissan North America and Casa Nissan, which is the only certified electric vehicle dealership in our service territory. And then we announced this morning that we have a new partnership with General Motors and Chevrolet and Rudolph Chevrolet as a EV certified dealership joining this program. There are two more Chevy dealerships that are certified to sell electric cars in our service territory, which are Viva and Bravo. They may join us in this great program later in this year. But for now, we're very excited that Rudolph joined our efforts and this program. Next slide, please. So now let's talk about incentives that Nissan is offering to our customers. So right now they offer up to $6,000 on all electric Nissan Leaf on the 2020 models or $3,000 on the 2021 models. And remember, this is on top of available federal tax credit that is up to $7,500. So if you stack these incentives together, you can take up to $10,000 to $13,000 off the price of the brand new vehicle. Right now, this incentive will expire at the end of the month. So if you are thinking about a Nissan Leaf, please hurry up. We may have these incentives extended towards next month, but they may be different. So if you're thinking about it, please visit Casa Nissan soon, as current incentives will expire at the end of this month. Next slide, please. And we're very excited about incentives that GM Chevrolet is offering to our customers now as well. As you can see, they add up to $12,000 in potential savings, which include $8,500 off, then an additional $1,000 loyalty discount. And if you're a Costco member, there's another $3,000 that they're willing to offer our customers. This discount will also expire at the end of this month. So if you are thinking about Chevy Bolt, please think about it this month. Visit Rudolph Chevrolet. They have quite a bit in stock, and they're beautiful in different colors with very great range, over 200 miles. So all of these incentives are available to you now as our customers. Let's move to the next slide. A little bit about El Paso Electric incentives. We have a special EV charging rate in Texas. So as you can see here in the table, these are the different costs that you can spend on fuel. So what you see on the far left, that's an approximate amount that you spend on gasoline. If you have a gas car, about $100 a month. If you drive about 1,300 miles every month. But if you switch to electric car, you may be cutting your fueling cost in half. As you can see in the middle, it will cost you about $42 to charge an electric car if you're on a standard rate that most customers are today. But if you decide to switch to our special EV rate, you can cut your fueling cost in half again, and your electricity bill will only go up by about $18. In order to get on EV rate, you need a second meter. So please reach out to us, find out how you can do it, and we'll be able to help you with that. We only offer this rate in Texas right now, but we do have some exciting rate proposals in our New Mexico service territory. So please stay tuned. These may be coming later this year. If you would like to run the numbers for yourself to see how you can save money by switching to electric vehicle, please visit our website. We have EV rate calculator. You can come here, enter how many miles you drive per month, and estimate how much you will pay in electricity to charge your vehicle under different rates, and see if it makes sense for you to switch to our special EV rate. So please visit our website. We have this tool available for you. It is very useful. Javier? All right. We also wanted to mention our Eevee community. As most of you know, we developed this community last year. It was only open to existing EV owners. And we sent our customers this gift, as you can see here on the picture. We also provide quarterly newsletters to customers that register. We invite you to different events. But we heard from our customers that even though they may not have an electric car yet, they would like to learn more about this new technology and how to charge at home and things like that. So we're very proud to announce that our Eevee community was expanded last week. So now anybody can be a part of it. So even if you don't have an electric car yet or a plug-in hybrid yet, you can join and receive useful information about EVs, available incentives, charging infrastructure, and other things. So I encourage all of you to go to our website and register. It only takes about 3 minutes. It's completely free, and we'll keep you posted on all the exciting electric vehicle stuff and incentives. And I would like to finish with this slide. This is a link to our website, www.apelectric.com/EV. If you're interested in learning more about available incentives, please go there. We have an incentive finder where you can learn more about federal, state, and EP incentives. So I thank you very much for your attention, and I'll pass it over to Javier.
Hey, Javier, just want to jump in on a couple of things that I'm excited about. Certainly, one of which is we think of this technology as new, but it was like in 1832 that really Robert Anderson made the first electric car. Then there was another in 1910, and there was another one in the 1990s into 2000s. But this technology has been around a long time, and we are now certainly making it more commercially available and certainly longer ranges. But people have been evaluating those for a long time. So when I talk to people, of course, it does seem like it's new, but it's really a battery and an iPad. So it isn't as complicated as it sounds. And the other thing is, one thing that you may hear about is that we're working really hard now to bring AMI to our communities. And when that happens, we will be able to offer a more flexible rate according to what the costs are. And I mentioned when I lived in the Chicago area that I did have rates sometimes that went out very low. So as we continue to build out our AMI network, we will even have greater opportunities to send some price signals. So just want to jump in and say, I'm excited about what's coming in the future. And I'm excited about, just how hard people fought in the past to bring this technology to all of us. So thank you. I'll turn you back to Javier. Javier?
Oh, sorry about that. I have two mute buttons, my cell phone and my desktop, so forgive me. But I think really, thank you, Kelly, for those excellent points. And what I was saying was, really what the story is twofold. We're moving forward in the right direction, and we're gaining momentum as we're continuing to go forward. And second is, it's all interconnected. Everything that we are doing is always a step forward, and it's always to help another piece of the story out. So whether it's AMI, purchasing an EV, or installing better charging infrastructure, whether it's out in public or at your house, it's definitely like a cell phone on wheels. Very simple. And it gets you from point A to point B and in a better, more efficient way. So actually, to talk about what is available, we're going to go ahead and pass it over to our Casa Nissan team, over to Tony, who is the general sales manager there, along with his team members, Joey and Charlie, who's actually going to walk us through the Nissan Leaf, everything that it can offer, and why it's such a steal when it comes to the discount EPE customers get. So Tony and Casa Nissan.
Thank you, guys. I'm Tony Duran. Happy to be here, GSM for Casa Nissan, and very excited to be partnered up with Paso Electric and to offer all these savings and for our community. And we'll have Joey and Charlie do their virtual walk around.
Go ahead and help on out. We're going to do a quick walk around of the Nissan Leaf, the features that it has, and the great opportunity that it gives everybody to go ahead and save big. Okay, so what we have here for you is going to be our 2021 Nissan SV. Okay, this is the regular, I'm sorry, the S model. So this is our entry-level base model here. This vehicle comes with a 151-mile range on a full charge. Okay, it has received a facelift, as you can see. The signature V-shaped grille design gives it a very, very sleek, elegant look. That is signature from Nissan. It does also have the sonar detection, which comes with your intelligent forward collision warning. Besides this vehicle being fully electric, so that means zero emissions, no tailpipes, made from 25% recycled materials, so you're saving yourself big. Okay, it is also very, very safe for your family. It does come equipped with your Nissan Safety Shield 360 technology. That Safety Shield 360 technology comes with your intelligent forward collision warning, which I brought up earlier. It also comes with your lane departure warnings, okay, rear forward collision warning as well. I mean, rear collision warning, okay, rear automatic braking. The vehicle does also come equipped, as you can see, with NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats. Okay, these zero-gravity seats, what they do for you is they apply pressure to the pressure points in your back and in your legs to go ahead and help out circulation, to reduce fatigue and increase comfort during long-distance drives. Vehicle also comes equipped with what's called a Pro Pilot Assist feature. What the Pro Pilot Assist feature does for you is the vehicle pretty much drives itself. Okay, it has the intelligent cruise control, which maintains its following distance from the vehicle ahead of you. Okay, it maintains its lane for you, as well as I stated, the lane departure warnings. Now, if you follow me right on over, this is going to be our 2021 Nissan SV Plus. Now, the SV Plus comes equipped with a 62 kilowatt battery compared to the regular S, which comes with a 40 kilowatt battery, meaning this vehicle will have up to 226 miles on a full charge, okay, which is quite a long distance. Vehicle does come equipped with over 200 horsepower. If you know what they do, they measure the electric, everything like that. It is a 1 ratio gear on this vehicle, so it does not come with your normal automatic transmission. It is 100% instant torque. The vehicle is very, very fun to drive. It is very responsive. It's great for spirited driving, as well as being very, very economic for you. Follow me right on around. Okay, the vehicle does also come equipped with what's called an e-pedal. Okay, that electric pedal allows the vehicle to be driven with just one pedal, just your gas pedal. As you release off of that gas pedal, the vehicle will come to a stop for you. What that does is it actually regenerates the energy that it was putting out to go ahead and take off. It's regenerating it back into the vehicle to help it charge for you once again. Okay, that means it's going to extend the life of your battery. It's going to go ahead and help you out, keep that charge and get the most mileage out of your charge. The vehicle does come equipped with a 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty, and an 8-year, 100,000-mile lithium-ion battery warranty. So rest assured that you're going to be covered with the vehicle. Now, the vehicle is super, super easy to go ahead and charge. The vehicle is as easy to charge as a cell phone. You're going to have your button right over here placed by your steering wheel. Come right on over to the front of the vehicle, be able to lift it right on up. Now, as you can see, you have 2 different charging ports. You have what's called a quick charge, and you have what's called your standard charge. We do have quick charge stations placed around El Paso. On a quick charge, the SV Plus will get up to an 80% charge in an hour. Okay, so within the hour, 80%, and you're ready to go. On standard charge, from normal charging stations that you see around town, you can even have these charging stations installed at home. Okay, Amazon Prime members, they do get a special discount on charging stations at home, and they do already have pre-selected electricians to go ahead and help you out with the installation of these chargers at home. Now, of course, not everybody wants to have these chargers at home, so they do come with your normal wall plug-in charger. Okay, with that wall plug-in charger, you'll be able to, from a completely drained battery, okay, on these SV models, it'll be about a 50-hour charge. Okay, and all vehicles do come with your whole charging station. As we stated, plugs directly into the wall. The other end will go directly into the vehicle. Okay. What that means is that at any point in time, you'll be able to go ahead and get your vehicle charged. Okay, you should not struggle anywhere at all. Here in El Paso, they have over 75 charging stations around town. So charging is always just available to you. Besides charging always being available to you, you don't have to worry about any kind of maintenance on the vehicle, no oil changes. I mean, the only thing you're really gonna have to do is tire rotations on the vehicle. So minimal maintenance. No tune-ups are ever going to be necessary because there's no spark plugs, no belts, nothing that you're going to have to top off. It is completely electric for you. Zero emissions, no tailpipes on the vehicle compared to what would be, a hybrid or, the hybrid plugins where they do still have a gas-powered vehicle. It does still require maintenance and it does have emissions. This vehicle is going to be zero emissions for you, made out of 25% recycled materials. So we're getting as close to that green, 100% green as possible. Nissan's, what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to do zero emissions, zero fatalities. So they're integrating the all electric systems as well as the Safety Shield 360 technology on these Nissans to make them, as economic and as safe as possible for you. Now, on the purchase of a 2021 Nissan Leaf, you are receiving a $3,000 rebate on a purchase, as well as up to $7,500 tax credit. Now, on a lease, you are eligible for up to $12,300 lease cash on these vehicles. So besides them being, good for your pocket as far as no gas, no maintenance, anything like that, they're also good for your pocket as far as being able to find a cheap, reliable car and, have a great monthly payment.
Thank you so much, Charlie. That was, I honestly felt like I was actually in the showroom right there with you all, taking a look at these beautiful cars. So thank you so much for showing us. And I mean, already we can show our viewers that we have 3 vehicles at the ready, and Casa has let us know that you guys are fully equipped to handle the demand that the Nissan Leaf will incur after today's announcement. But thank you all so much. Look at that. I mean, it just looks great. And I think something a lot of people don't realize who are not aware of electric vehicles is that this looks very much like any other car, probably even better. And, Tesla's not the only one with a sleek look. This Nissan Leaf looks gorgeous. And I can tell you this, I am a Costco member, and I am very used to those long lines to fill up my tank just to save 10 cents on gas. I will not miss a gas line when I can charge in the comfort of my own home. So that's awesome. And the range is great. And I like what Charlie mentioned about this whole technology put into the seat of a Nissan Leaf. I mean, this tells you 2 things. Number 1, it's customer first because it's all about their comfort. And number 2, it's all about thinking long term. This car can go for long distances because if they're designing a seat that they're thinking that you're going to stay in for hours at a time because you're going on a road trip, then why not build a seat that's going to make it comfortable for you? So this basically tells you that you can take this car on road trips. I've always been a fan of hatchbacks because I think it always offers that nice little sporty look to a car without having to soup up your rims or throwing on a wing or dropping the car or whatever else other people do, put high beams, low beams, whatever. So great, you drive it off a lot, and it's very sporty looking. So thank you so much. This is such a great walkthrough of the Nissan Leaf. Get connected with Casa Nissan. Tony, Joey, and Charlie and the rest of the Casa Nissan team is definitely ready to assist you and to take on any questions that you may have on EVs and the Nissan Leaf. And speaking of hatchbacks, we have another hatchback, of course, as Angie mentioned. We have this brand new partnership with our friends over at Rudolph Chevrolet. And I'm going to actually go ahead and pass it on to Scott Smith over at Rudolph Chevrolet, who is actually going to walk us through the Chevy Bolt. Scott, I'll pass it on to you.
Working on it. Javier, thank you for that. Guys, my name's Scott Smith. I work at Rudolph Chevrolet. I've been here for about 8 years. I hope everyone can hear me fine. I'm going to go over what we have here is our 2021 Chevy Bolt, and I also have a 2020. This is a 2020. It's an LT, and then I have the Premier, which I'm going to go over a few things with you all. First of all, the range, guys. The range is going to go 259 miles on a full charge. You have a level 1, which is going to take about 13 hours on a 120. This is your level 1. It comes with it. Comes with the vehicle. As I said, 13 hours. On a level 2, which you can purchase, which I'm going to show you right here. This is a level 2. This is what we have here. You can purchase this for $599 in our service department. You would get it installed in your house. Would you hold this for me? Right here. This car comes with a $750 upgrade. This is for your DC fast charger, guys. That's a level 3. General Motors doesn't offer it. You can buy it on Amazon. It will do 100 miles per 30 minutes. And that's a $750 upgrade on the Bolt. One thing I will go over, guys, our cars, let me turn this around, see if I can. There you go. Will you get me in there? This is our Premier, guys. It's 2021. The sticker on this is going to be about $43,000. And as they said earlier, there is $12,250 in rebates if you're a Costco member, $8,500, and then your additional for Conquest, which equals up. Well, let me see this. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you how quiet it is to start one of these, and they're both very similar. Okay, one thing that our cars have, guys, is we have OnStar. OnStar is going to give you roadside assistance, which, by the way, you will get 3-year 36 bumper-to-bumper warranty, 5-year, no, it's 8 years, 100,000 mile on your battery. Also, that's also roadside assistance. You will get an app on your phone, guys, that's going to turn on, turn off, locate, send directions to the vehicle through the My Chevrolet, and that is through OnStar. One more cool thing that this car has is going to be Wi-Fi. You can connect up to 7 devices up to 50 feet away. So if you're out anywhere, if you have services, you'll have internet, guys, to power all your devices if you have your kids and whatnot. The Premier will have leather. It has heated seats. We'll have lane keep assist, 360 camera view, sport mode, and also a backup camera that is digitalized. Your 360 camera, guys, will give you a bird's eye view and just your backup. I did turn on the car. You'll notice you didn't hear anything. This does have that one pedal, just like the Nissan Leaf. This also has a button back here. There's head-on collision alert. And you also have, this is a regenerative button. So if you're driving on the freeway, what it does, all it does is when you're slowing down, it sends power from the tires and the brakes back to the battery. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the trunk space. And I'm going to show you some of the LT here in a second. You do have your trunk space. Big differences from the LT and the Premier, guys. You're going to have IntelliBeam. You'll notice these wheels look different. You're going to have the 360 camera. That's going to be on the LT as well. And here, I'm going to go over this one. You'll notice this has cloth. This one I don't have on. And in fact, somebody's here purchasing this vehicle. So technically, this one's got to get out of here pretty quickly. Let me turn this camera around. Guys, the price on these vehicles start at $36,500. It is a 5-star safety rating. It does have 200 horses on it. And that screen you saw, by the way, is 10.2 inches, 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And I think we covered everything on it. We have our Wi-Fi, we have our Bluetooth, the application. Yes, that application on your on the My Chevrolet like I said, will allow you to turn on, turn off, locate, and all that stuff on your vehicle. And I guess other than that, we will have room for questions, and I'll be here for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott. I think that was a great walkthrough. I think the bolts are definitely, it's such a cute car. And I think I always tell people, don't judge a book by its cover, because these cars may look really small on the outside and you can probably squeeze into a lot of different crevices that other big trucks and SUVs cannot get around. But on the inside, you have probably just as much space as any other competitor out there, which is what I really love about these cars. The other really cool thing about it is all the different features that it has. The 360 view. I've had a car that has that 360 view as well. Right now, I'm actually going to pass it real quick. I see Luis just hopped into screen here. Luis, I wanted to give you an opportunity to just introduce yourself. We just announced our partnership today. So please tell us who you are and about this new partnership. Luis.
Absolutely. So my name is Luis Diaz. I'm a district manager for Chevrolet in this specific area. I've been with GM for a little over 5 years, and just wanted to tell you guys how excited we are to bring this vehicle. By 2025, we have the goal, General Motors has the goal to bring 30 vehicles by the end of 2025. So, and we're really excited. As a matter of fact, we just launched a new vehicle that is coming up into the showrooms this coming summer. So we're going to have the EUV and an enhancement for this specific vehicle we just had. It's going to have a refresher look and everything. So we're so excited to bring those to you guys. And we're also excited to bring the partnership with the El Paso Electric Company. There's a lot of things working out right now for us, and we cannot wait to participate further with you guys and with everybody. So thank you guys for the time. Thank you for allowing us to go into your houses, to go into your places and show you around our wonderful vehicles.
You muted it up top.
Well, while he's doing that, I'll just jump in and say that my son is 6'1", my husband is 2, and they get into my little Model 3. It does look small, but Javier, to your point, is don't be fooled. They're very roomy.
Javier, you might be on mute.
So yeah, thank you again. And we definitely want to say that you can't judge a book by its cover, because these cars, they're definitely worth the look and the touch and the feel. Although all of this may be virtual, we're hoping that it's temporary, so that way you could definitely get out and check them out as soon as you can in a safe way. And we're also looking forward to doing these types of events in person, because we definitely know that someone who may not be a true believer, once they hop in that car, feel how fast they go and really give a sports car a run for its money, it can definitely be worth the investment. There are definitely some questions that we wanted to get to, and time is just flying by. So I want to go ahead and take a few minutes to jump through some questions that we have for our new partners over at the Casa Nissan team and the Rudolph Chevrolet team. So really quick, I think Charlie kind of touched on this in his walkthrough, and Scott brought it up, this cool feature where it recharges the battery when you hit the braking system. So just for people who may not know all the differences or may be wondering, what is the difference between an all EV, a plug-in EV, and a hybrid, not plug-in? So there are these different concepts. So I'm going to pass the question over to our CASA team, and if you could just quickly just start with by describing some of those differences for anyone who may not know.
Yeah, so the difference between an all EV vehicle, hybrid plug-in, and just your standard hybrid, your all EV vehicle is going to be 100% all electric. So that means zero emissions. It has no tailpipes. Once again, you know, it's not going to come with your normal automatic transmission. It's going to be a 1-gear ratio transmission. So you get amazing throttle response out of the vehicle. It's 100% instant torque. You know, it feels really fun to drive. Besides that, on an all-electric vehicle, you're not going to have any sort of maintenance cost as far as, you know, any oil changes, any belts having to be replaced, anything like that, since it is an all-electric motor. No fluids really need to be topped off, anything like that, except for maybe your windshield wiper fluid, of course. On a hybrid plug-in vehicle, so when you plug on into a hybrid vehicle, those vehicles will usually run on electric power up until about 15, 20, 25 miles per hour, usually, you know, really depending on the vehicle itself. After that, it's going to switch over to its gas-powered motor. So you are going to be responsible for putting fuel into the vehicle, maintenance costs on the vehicle, you know, oil changes, belts, filters, everything like that. On a normal hybrid vehicle that's not electric plug-in, you have the same kind of technology, just not as advanced as it is by now on these all-electric vehicles, but you have the regenerative technology where whenever you go to stop, the vehicle's recharging the battery, therefore giving you, you get the electric power in the beginning, lower gear ratios and everything like that. Once again, you know, the electric vehicles they have great benefits as far as no maintenance costs, really peace of mind that you're not going to have to start putting money into a gas motor or anything like that, and you're helping the environment. Once again, it's zero emissions, 100% completely electric.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Charlie. And to that point, I'm going to pass it over to Scott, actually, over at Rudolph Chevrolet. You know, this whole concept between a plug-in EV, plug-in hybrid EV, a regular hybrid vehicle, and then now you got all EV, because you all, I remember when you announced the Chevy Volt with a V, and then now you have the Chevy Bolt with a B. So Scott, you know, if a customer walks in and they're interested in buying a gas-powered car, but they turn their eyes over to a Volt, you know, how do you get the conversation going for someone who is probably entirely new to this concept of a car when they're so used to gas-powered cars?
Well, guys, we used to have the Volt with a V. We don't have that anymore. They used to make that, but that was our introduction into getting into this. The EV, like was once said, there's no maintenance, just tire rotations. Somebody asked right now if you have to do a TSI. You don't. But basically, the hybrid guys, we used to have a hybrid Tahoe. We used to have a hybrid Silverado. Those basically just have the same engine as your regular 5.3 is what they had, the gas. And what they did was they just added a battery pack in there so that when you were braking, you'd use your regenerative to go back into the battery. That's your hybrid. Your hybrid gas, again, was the Volt. And now it's all just the Bolt. And so it's just all gas, and that's where we're going.
And Scott, since we're with you really quick, you showed us two Bolts. Could you just clarify, are those the two different trim levels, or are there others that you have hidden up your sleeve, or tell us what you have?
We have a Premier. We also have the LT, and there's also going to be an LS, which will be the base model. There will be a little less things like on the LS that you won't get, which will be your lane keep assist when someone's on your blind spot, and things of that such. The 360 you will not get on the base model, but again, you will get a vehicle starting at $36,500.
Yeah, and that's not including the incentives, right?
Right, of course, guys. That's all MSRP, and that's all before. And right now, GM's practically giving these away.
I'll take one for free, of course. No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you so much, Scott. And over to Charlie and Joey. What you talked to us about the trim levels again? Just do a quick reminder. What are the trim levels and the slight differences between the three or two? I couldn't remember.
So there's actually going to be 5 different trim levels on the Nissan Leaf. Starting with the S model, which is your entry model, the SV, Okay, and then they move on up to what's going to be the S Plus, the SV Plus, and the SL Plus. Okay, the difference between the Plus and the regulars is, as I stated earlier, the Plus has a 62 kilowatt battery compared to the regular ones that has a 40 kilowatt battery. Gives you up to 226 miles on a full charge for the Plus models. The regular ones give you about 151 miles on a full charge. Now, the Safety Shield 360 technology is standard on all Nissan Leafs, so all of them are going to be extremely, extremely safe for you. Of course, you know, the SL is going to be our most fully loaded model. That one is going to give you, you know, the luxuries of, you know, leather, both sound systems, those kinds of things on the vehicle. But there is 5 different trim levels on the Nissan Leaf, so it is something that we have a Leaf to accommodate to each and every budget.
And since we're with you, Charlie, you know, I know right there we're actually looking at a Nissan Leaf being charged. You know, I think what's always probably the biggest challenge for someone who has driven a gas-powered car their entire life, and all of a sudden they're attracted to the Nissan Leaf or the Chevy Bolt because of all the incentives that are wrapped around it. But then they're almost caught in the tracks and like, how am I going to charge this car once it runs out of battery? Again, just talk to us a little bit about the ease. I think a lot of people don't realize that you can actually plug in your car into a regular outlet. It may take a little bit longer, but again, if you could talk to us about all the different adapters that a charger car comes with already.
Yeah, so there is a couple different charging methods. There is the quick charge. Okay, the quick charge, there's multiple charging stations. It's a commercial charging station. There is multiple ones around El Paso, and that's going to be actually this plug-in right on over here. Okay, if you leave the vehicle plugged in when it is completely empty on a quick charge station, it'll take about an hour to be at an 80% charge. Okay, now there is the regular standard chargers that are all around El Paso as well. Okay, they usually look like this right here. They have multiple ones all around El Paso, and it is easy to get them installed at home as well. Okay, and I mean, it plugs directly in. It's as easy as plugging in your cell phone, plug it right on in, and it starts charging automatically for you. It even notifies you on the dashboard how much of a charge you have on the vehicle without ever having to get in. Now there is the at-home charger as well, okay, where you can plug directly into the wall. Now, of course, as you stated, that one takes a little bit longer since it's drawing a little bit less power towards the vehicle. On a completely empty battery, on the Plus models, we're looking a little over 50 hours, okay, for a complete charge. Now, on the regular models, on a completely empty charge, you're looking a little over, I believe it was a little over 30 hours on an empty battery, on an at-home charge. But as we stated, there's plenty of quick charging stations all around El Paso, and that quick charge gives you 80% battery life in as little as an hour.
That's awesome. I mean, talk about, convenience. I have definitely been caught in moments where I am driving down the freeway and then all of a sudden my gas light turns on because I have had a busy week and totally forgot to fill up my car with gas. So the fact that I could charge it at home is going to be the best convenience ever. You know, we're at less than a minute left in our event for today. I want to share again with all of our attendees for today's event. Casa Nissan, you can definitely find them at Montana and Paisano in central El Paso. Very easy access off of the freeway. And if you just drive a little further west, you can find Rudolph Chevrolet over at I-10 and Red Road. It sits right next to Rudolph Honda. You can't miss it. These two partnerships that we have definitely been key in getting us started on our GoEV savings program. Again, I want to thank our partners, the Lowenfields, and the entire Casa Nissan team, Charlie and Joey. Thank you so much for the walkthrough. To the Rudolph Chevrolet and GM, to Luis, Debbie, and Scott for those great walkthroughs on the Chevy Bolt. We really appreciate this. You can find all of our information again at epelectric.com/EV simple as that. Or you just go to our home web, and there are plenty of web banners where you can find a place to click and link to learn more about these GoEV savings program. Take advantage of them. You have until March 31st to take advantage of this. Again, thank you to our EPE Emerging Technologies team, Grisel and Angie, and of course to our CEO who's leading us the entire way, Kelly. Thank you all so much. And you can find this event uploaded on our website in the next couple of days, along with many of your questions answered. Tune in next time as we get ready to make more announcements coming along the way. Have a great rest of your day, you all. I'm Javier, and hope to see you all soon. Take care.